What's up? What's up, Blake? You got another good question, man. Let me pull this up. Oh, okay. So here's what it is. I'm glad that you asked this question because I actually know the answer to it. Says this is a question that may not exactly be appropriate, but is necessary at the same time. What is the proper level of shame on the Fujita scale associated with shutting one's pants? Remember, it's technically an accident. I don't think I know what you're talking about. Hold on. Let me parse this. The Fujita scale. I don't think I know what that is. Is that about tornadoes? And shutting one's pants. I'm gonna guess that that's a typo. I think that's a typo. I think he's talking about if you poop your pants. That's actually a difficult question because look, it depends on who you are and where you are. Because if you're a child and that happens to you, well, let me say if you're in diapers still and that happens to you, man, whatever. If you're in the first grade, you are never going to live that down. If you poop your pants in the first grade, second grade, somewhere around there, you're going to have some serious problems, probably all the way through middle school. It probably won't. Maybe people will forget by the time high school, but you will have been so jacked up from the years before that your whole social life's going to be jacked up, man. Now, on the other hand, if you're an adult, say you're in a business meeting, and you're thinking you're letting out one that's silent, and then it's a little bit of something. That's embarrassing, man. That's real embarrassing. Let me tell you something another thing that's embarrassing. I used to work and I was pushing carts one day, and I was about to go on break, and the manager came in, and he said, "Hey, why aren't you cleaning up the bathroom?" And I said, "What's in the bathroom?" And he said, "It's dookie all over the walls." I went in there and looked in there, and I was like, "Man, I don't get paid enough to clean that up." He said, "What?" I said that I just went on break. Otherwise, I would do it. And he was like, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And then I talked to my dad, because my dad actually worked at a different, and he was one of the managers over there, and he was telling me that that lower level employees aren't supposed to be involved with toxic waste like that, and that the manager's supposed to deal with it, and that in fact he had to deal with it. And he was telling me a story about this lady. She's about a middle-aged lady, maybe in her 40s. She went to the dressing room, and man, she pooped in the dressing room. And she just left it there, right? And just left and didn't tell nobody. But here's the problem. She was so embarrassed that she left her purse in the dressing room and had to come all the way back and get it. And they all knew that it was her that pooped in the dressing room. So, man, if that happened, if it's like that, that is a F5. But if it's Al Roker in the White House, on one hand, you're like, man, you're in the White House. But on the other hand, he's like, I'm Al Roker. I'm not going to lose my job over this. You ever think about that?